What's up, guys? Sorry for the weird camera setup here. This is the third time I've tried to film this video. First time was with my iPhone, which ran out of storage conveniently. Second one was on this iPod, which is kind of old, so the front-facing camera is bad, so I'm using the rear-facing camera, and I couldn't see myself, so I just filmed an entire video, and I was trying to do chest reveal and my pro tips, which is what this video is about for top surgery. And the entire video cut off right here. I couldn't see my chest. And to be honest, I don't even know if you can see it now. Like, I'll back up as far as I can. Up on my tippy toes. That's my chest. Here we go, up on my tippy toes. I'm sure you guys can see it now. At least I hope so. But that is my chest. 12 days post-op with Dr. Peter Raphael in Plano, Texas. I'm feeling really good. As you can see, I'm really happy with everything. You can see some decent chest mass here. You know, it's flat, but there's some pecs there. Either my left pec is bigger than my right, or it's a little more swollen. And I'd say it's a little more swollen because there's some, I don't know, you can kind of just tell there's a little fluid retention, like underneath and on the side. But according to some of the post-op paperwork, it takes 4 to 6 months for everything to like settle, just for everything to heal and completely kind of look the way it's going to look. You know, it's pretty invasive surgery, so it's going to take a while for things to settle, if you will, and look normal. But of course, I'll be keeping you guys updated. I plan on doing a lot more videos, you know, because I took a little bit of a lengthy hiatus, but glad to be bringing you guys back content. So today's video is mostly, like I said, my reveal, which, like I said, I hope you can see this time around. If not, check out my most recent BFEDS video or the BFEDS Instagram. But I want to do top surgery pro tips. And, you know, I'm only, like I said, 12 days post-op or so, give or take, I think. So I'm sure there are other things I could add to this list, but this is what I've got now. And I think it's a pretty good list. It's not too long. So first off, snacks. As you guys may know, if you've had surgery or not, anesthesia can make you nauseous, which certainly doesn't do one's appetite any good. So my suggestion would be to have sweet and salty snacks on hand, or at least a variety of foods on hand. Because for me, for some odd reason, I was a little nauseous the first, 48 hours or so after surgery, at least when I would stand up. And the only thing that I craved was like sweet stuff. I ate like a lot of like watermelon Sour Patch Kids, like that type of sweet stuff. Not like cupcakes and brownies, but like you could have offered me the nicest steak in the world and I wasn't even interested. It just not what sounded good to me at the time. So have a mixture of, sweets and trail mix, like peanuts or something, sweet and salty. You never know what you might like and what might comfort you, or what you can actually get down after surgery. And you don't want to be stuck with like one type of snack and find it completely repulsive. Next thing, pillows. You can never have enough pillows. I think that's a common one after surgery, but I wanted to be a little bit more specific about the neck pillows that I used. So as you guys know, you have to sleep on your back post-surgery. It's not easy to sleep on your side because your scars go pretty far back, and sleeping on your chest obviously isn't an option for a while. So I suggest one of these. These like little donut pillows, great to sleep on. And put this on top of your pillows, and it just gives you extra support, especially if you're like watching TV, so you don't have to like strain your neck or anything. So this is good, but to be honest, I have a better one. This is a pillow I've had for a long time. Have no idea where I got it, so I'm sorry I can't tell you, but I'm sure you could find something like it. And it's kind of like memory foam like, and this, I still sleep with this every single night. This has been just huge for just neck support, because sleeping on your back, if that's not natural to you, is crappy enough. But then, having an achy neck the next morning is even worse. So, good neck support is highly important. Also, another pro tip that I actually didn't bring in here, I'm trying to do like a show and tell, is actually when I was laid up on the couch, I actually put my foam roller, which is actually about this thickness, you guys know what foam rollers are, put it in a pillowcase so it wasn't like directly on my skin because it was kind of cold, and put that under my knees. And even slept with that under there, and that was nice. If you prop your legs up a little bit under your knees, it kind of takes some of the pressure off your back and off your butt, laying down for so long. So another pro tip. And that the foam roller was good because it was like firm, and it didn't like sink at all like pillows. So it stayed there and gave me support throughout the night. Next thing, fiber and laxative. So as you guys know, anesthesia and I guess and the drugs like hydrocodone are notorious for backing you up and making it hard to go to the bathroom after surgery. So having some sort of laxative on hand, whatever your choice may be, this is just what we use. It's just generic Miralax, essentially, and a fiber product. This is Proenzyme Fiber by Myogenics, one of my favorites. It's a little more of a pricey fiber, but you can get whatever you want. This is just what I would prefer. Of course, you can get your fiber through food as well, but this is like, one scoop is like quite a bit here. Yeah, one scoop is almost 20 grams of fiber. So that would really help. It's one of those things that you want to have on hand beforehand. Like, it's one of those things you want to have before you need it, and to just start taking that right after surgery to try to get your bowels moving again and to be healthy that way. So let's see, let me look at my list here. I think the last thing, two more things. A to-do list. Have a list of things to do to distract you, guys. Especially if you're active like me, sitting, despite me going back to work and having some schoolwork to do, you get bored, because it is summertime. So have a list of things to do, like small things that, aren't too taxing, that make you feel like you're doing something, like you're contributing around the house. Because, my partner's stuck doing all the laundry and all the heavy lifting, lifting all the groceries and stuff. So I'm doing little things like clearing out my email inbox or decluttering. Like, I've got a huge donation pile of clothes and books that I just don't need anymore. And just trying to do something, kind of helps the time pass by. And last thing is not the easiest one, but it's, I think, one of the most important, and that's to be healthy. And whatever that means to you. Like, I know that having a strong core and strong legs have just been like monumental in helping me recover. It's something as little as using that core and legs to be able to get you up and down off the toilet, because after surgery you can't like press down on things to like help you propel you up. You need to use core strength the best you can so you don't tear anything or rip out stitches. So this isn't exactly the most helpful tip if you have surgery really soon, because there's not so much you can do. But if you're a couple months out, a couple weeks out from a surgery, it's never too late to start strengthening that core, to just being the healthiest person you can be. Eating a healthy diet, just really preparing your body to go through this surgery. I really think that helped, and I think it helps me recover faster. And let alone going to the gym and having a decent muscle base in the first place allowed me, I think, to get pretty good results aesthetically, chest-wise. I mean, I've got a little more body fat than I'd like, but I think the pecs, I'm happy with that. The work that I put in the past few years bodybuilding has definitely shown, despite some of it being swelling, of course. But I really think that was huge, guys. So that's all I can think of now in terms of pro tips. I'm sure that list will grow, and if so, I'll of course just upload another video and talk about it. But of course, guys, keep a lookout for more content from me. I'll be 10 months on T, July 5th, so I'll do a video on that. But of course, I'll be doing a video before then because it's only the 23rd. But if you guys have any requests about my top surgery, any questions, any video requests, I'd love to do them. Just let me know. So I'll catch you guys next time. I hope that this camera this time caught my results, but we'll see. And then maybe I'll have to film it a fourth time. Catch you guys next time.